Hello everyone. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Trading Talks with PrimeXar. So today this is Vrinda signing in Trading Talks with PrimeXar. So let's see who all are joining in with me. Wow. So I think we need to give a little bit time for our audience to join. Yeah. Okay. So we can see who all are joining in. So you can let me know in the comment boxes who all are with me in this live and from where you guys are tuning in from, whether it is Dubai, India, or anywhere in the world. You can comment in the comment box. Yeah. So guys, yes, I can see people are joining. Wow, it is interesting. Yes. Okay, so I'm here. I'll definitely read your comments. So today, why I called it special. So definitely you guys know that for the past few months we have been doing lives. We have been coming live every week, right? Or every Thursday, right? And we'll be talking about and we'll be discussing a lot about trading, forex, analogies, forex, trader psychology, and all. So today we will be discussing something different that you guys already noticed with the pictures, the posters, and all, right? Yes. Yes, I can see people are joining. Wow, thank you so much. Okay. So today, like I said, we are going to dive into something super special. So why I call it super special? Because like every time I'm not going to deal or I'm not going to talk about candlesticks, indicators, or leverage, nothing. Today we are going to Hollywood. Yeah, for real. We are really going to the Hollywood. We're going to dive something super different and super special. Okay. So before that, before jumping into that, let me ask our dear audience that okay, have you ever taken a trade? Okay, so we all are forex traders. Have you ever taken a forex trade when everyone in the world, everyone outside told you that you are wrong? No, this is not the right way to trade. You are going in the wrong path. But deep inside, you knew that I am right. I'm going in the correct way. I knew that my analysis are correct. Have you ever experienced these sort of uh, circumstances? Then you can comment a fire in the comment box, or you can simply drop yes or me in the comment box. So it's like most of us, this is a common situation for us, right? All the traders that we will be having some thought or some analysis in our mind, but everyone will be talking like, or everyone will be like saying that no, it is not correct. Then you started doubting yourself. But deep inside, we know that we are in the correct path, right? Yes. So if you are like one among us, or sorry, if you are like this, or if you ever experience these kind of situations, you can just give a yes or a thumbs up button. Yeah, I can see people are commenting. Wow, great, great. Also, sorry that I can see now only I saw this messages. I can see Raj from Hyderabad. I can see hi Shubha Lakshmi, Shan from DXP. Thank you, Ravi Narayanan, OP Joker. Okay, okay, hi Jana. Wow. So I can see so many messages. Thank you so much for your support. So we were talking about that the trader experience, right? I can see lots of fire. Yes, you guys also experienced this, right? So today we are going to decode it. Why our gut feeling was correct, or why we were always correct. Yeah, so there is always people behind us talks about analysis and it makes confusion. Yes, you're right, Mr. Rajshekar. That is correct. People like those are everywhere. Yes. So, like I said, just today is a special day, so we will be discussing something different. So I want all of you to imagine this that you're a trader, okay, and you are trading against Wall Street, not against a simple trader or something. You are trading against the Wall Street. So everyone will definitely say that you are crazy, right? And they will start mocking you, they will start making fun of you, they will definitely laugh at you. But you stick to your analysis. You are so confident in your analysis and you are so determined that you know that my gut feeling is correct, and you end up making millions of money in a single day. How does that feel? It will be wonderful, right? If you start betting against the Walmart and you end up making millions of money in a single day, yeah, that sounds or that is like satisfying, right? Kind of satisfying, those feeling. Yes. So those feeling, someone really had that. That was Dr. Michael Burry. So he was the man who shorted against the US housing market before the 2008 crash. So today we are going to break down what he saw, which we didn't saw, and why it worked. And as a trader, what are the things that we can learn from Mr. Burry? Like I said, we are going to the Hollywood by decoding this movie called The Big Short. I know that some of you might have watched the movie, some of you didn't. No worries, definitely I will give you a story summary. So if you watch the movie, you can give me a thumbs up, okay, in the comment box. So this is a story about greed, gut, genius, and moreover that, one of the biggest financial disasters of our time, the 2008 crisis. So, like I said, I'm going to decode the movie. So, there is a spoiler alert that I'm not going to give you a movie review. So, this is the real story. Okay, so let me walk you through how a hedge fund manager would bet against the entire global financial system and he won. So, like I told you, Mr. Michael Burry, he was a trader in the Wall Street. Okay, so it's story time, guys. So, he was a trader in the Wall Street and he was not just like the typical Wall Street trader. He was a little bit different. Yeah, I can see a lots of people are commenting. Yeah, thank you so much for your responses. Yeah, stay with me till the end. So he was not just like a normal trader. He was a neurosurgeon turned trader. Okay, so that is why he was different. And he ran a small hedge fund. Not only that, he had a glass eye. He had some problems with the eyes. So literally, he had a glass eye. He didn't even talk much, but his brain, it is next level. So what did he do? So as he was running a hedge fund, so he was noticing something fishy in the US housing market those days. So he was going through everything, every details. So the banks were at that time, it was like they were giving home loans to everyone, literally everyone. So nowadays we all know that, right? The difficulties of getting a bank loan. You need to submit this document, you need to submit that, you need to fulfill all the requirements and all. So it is very difficult. But during back in those times, it was super easy. The banks were like, if you don't have any job, no problem. We will give you a bank loan. If you have a low or bad credit score, that is even better. Come to us. We can give a bank loan. That was the situation back in those days. Yeah. So they were giving loans to everyone. So these were called the subprime mortgages. So what do you mean by the subprime mortgages? So this was actually the loan given to a borrower who is having low credit worthiness. But of course, you all know that this is if you're giving loan to a person who is not able to pay you back, pay the bank back. So it is like heavy risk for the bank, right? Yeah. So they will be like putting higher interest rates as well for the subprime mortgages. If the bank is giving this to everyone, then it's not a problem. But what will happen now? These risky loans are not bundled there. It is actually not just sitting comfortably in the banking books. So they were being bundled and called as investments, investment bundles like MBS and CDOs. MBS means like mortgage backed securities, and CDO means that collateralized debt obligations. So, for example, these mortgages, of course, these mortgages or the loans. So, imagine that if you're bundling up these mortgages into something and we'll call it as a financial product, that financial product is called MBS or mortgage backed securities. Don't think it as like a some bigger terms of nothing like that. It is like a bundle of the mortgages. And CDO, when it comes to CDO, the collateralized debt obligation, it is a much severe or complex version of MPS. That's it. It comes with the diversified loans. So what the Wall Street were doing, that is a real catch. So Wall Street started selling these investments, the MBS and the CDOs, as safe haven or triple A rated investments. So they started selling these securities like that. So what did Berry do? It was actually Berry realized that he was looking into all the data. He was going through all the data one by one manually, actually manually. And he realized that there is a bubble is forming up. Okay. And something chaos, total chaos is going to happen soon. So he realized the fact that this mortgages, this risky borrowers, if they started defaulting, definitely these so-called investments will collapse. This was his findings. Interesting, right? Yes. So what did he do? He made something Incredible. He was like decided to make a very bold move. He decided to bet against the US housing market. Thought it very brave. Yeah, was a very brave and very bold move because he was trying to bet against the entire US housing market. That time US housing market was in the blooming period, the blossoming period. And he was going to bet against that. So, how he is going to bet? He was planning to purchase the credit default swap. So, this is actually like an insurance kind of derivative. For example, if you have this CDS, normally if the borrower defaults or the bond it fails, you will get paid. That is how the CDS works. So, he basically says to the bankers, he approached all the bankers and he informed all these things. And he even mentions that if I'm right, I believe that these mortgage securities are going to explode soon. And if I'm right, I'm going to get paid big. This is a dialogue he mentions to the banks. So, normally, what will happen if someone is coming saying that I'm going to bet against the US housing market? Definitely, we will laugh, right? Like that, also, bank also laughed at him. Investors got really panicked. What he is actually doing. The entire Wall Street started mocking him. Some people they even started or trying to sue him also. But Berry, he was so determined with his research and analysis. He decided to stay strong with his research. Then 2008 hit. Boom. We all know that, right? Yes, what happened in 2008? Yeah, the real crash. Banks collapsed, market crashed, and millions of people they lost their money, their lives, jobs, and their lifelong savings. So this wasn't an issue in US alone. It was actually a global financial meltdown. People who are listening to us, listening to my words, they knew that what happened in 2008, right? So during this time, the entire world was collapsing. The financial world was collapsing. What was Berry doing? He made $100 million for himself and $700 million for his clients. When the entire world was in the financial breakdown, he made millions of money. This all happened because of his analysis and his determination to his decision. Right? Am I correct? Yes. So, but here is a kicker. He wasn't just trying to get profit. He already tried to warn everyone, right? He gave the idea or his inhibitions to the bankers, to everyone, but no one paid attention. So he tried to warn everyone, no one paid attention. And guess what? What happened? He didn't throw a party. He actually went silent because he believed that if the entire world is in collapse because of profiting from other people's pain, it does not feel good, right? Even in the movie, there is one dialogue he is saying that I may be early, but I'm not wrong. Yes, that was Mr. Michael Burry. This was a man who saw the system was broken and he used the data, not the drama. He used the data to act upon. So, this was the story of the big shot. What do you think, guys? You like it? You can reply in the comment box. Yes, yes. I can see that he's smart. Yes, wow. Great. Yeah, strong mindset always wins. Yes. That is the one thing it is very difficult for us to understand. It takes time, right? Yes. Okay. Yes. His profit alone is 100 million investors made. Wow. Yes, you're right. Strategy should have a proper and confident mindset. Yes. From all these comments, I can see that you guys really liked and enjoyed the story time. Wow. Okay, great. So, what do you think? So, we were talking about 2008 crisis, right? 2008 crisis. So, do you remember that time? 2008, we have a diverse age group of audience here, right? So what you were doing then? Were you trading or you just witnessing all these things, or maybe some of your family members faced something? So if you're okay, if you're comfortable, then you can share things, share your experience of 2008 through the comment box. Yes, what you were doing through during that time. So what I was doing in 2008. Yeah, in 2008. Yeah, I was a student. I was in my eighth grade. Yes. Okay, so people are saying that I was in trading at that time. Yeah, okay. So I loved it. Okay, maybe he's mentioning about the story. Wow, great. Yes, so there are people. I heard many tragic stories of 2008 recession. Yes, there were a lots of, like I mentioned, a lots of people. They lost many things, including their lives, and even the Lehman Brothers also got disappeared during that time. They got everything got washed out during that time. Yes, so okay. So Rajshekhar Reddy is mentioning that. Could you tell any share? Could you tell any share? Could we invest like Berry? Wow, nice try. Okay. Okay, so it was total crisis. Yes, I do agree with that. Thank you so much for sharing your story with me. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so now, all right, now we got the story time is over. So coming back to our business, now it's time to flip the story into strategy. I'm going to give you, or I'm going to take four lessons from this movie. So these are four lessons we can maybe steal from Dr. Michael Burry. We don't think that this is actually a like a story figure or something. That Mr. Michael Burry is a real person, and this was real. Like I said, this is a real story. Okay. So the first lesson is that being early doesn't mean that being wrong. It is not equal to being wrong. So when we look into the movie, we can see that Michael Berry started placing his bets years before the crash. It's like the crash came on 2008, but he started putting trades from 2005 onwards. He was that much early. Okay, so everyone definitely he called them like wrong, but he stood very determined, confident. But there are times in the movie that we can see that at some point he even started doubting himself, right? Because he was that much early, and you are standing alone against the entire Wall Street. So all the others are saying that you are wrong, and they're shouting like that. They're making fun of you. So definitely you will be started doubting yourself, right? But luckily he was wrong, right? He was just he was a little bit early. That's it. So sometimes as a trader, yes. So sometimes a trader, you also like experience these kind of situations. Like you spotted some reversals early. You maybe predict something, but it was a little bit early. So people started mocking and making fun of you. Oh, no, 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 this is not like that. You are making wrong assumptions like that. But later stage, it will figure out that, turn out that you are right. You were right like that. Yes. So always keep this in mind. Being early means you see the value before the market does, not like you're wrong. Okay. So if you are out of all, or after all of your analysis and all, you find it that my assumptions are going in this way, and I'm going to predict this, or I'm going to see this. I saw this, that this is going to happen, some collapse is going to happen. Stick with your decisions, be determined. So always thinks that okay, it takes some time for the entire market to realize the real value. So be early. Being early doesn't mean that you are wrong. So the second lesson this movie is giving you is that dig deeper into the headlines or than the headlines. So in the movie, we can see that Michael Burry is not going after, or he is not listening to CNBC or Twitter or any news headlines. I'm not saying that ignore the news is out there or something, not something like that. So nowadays also when you look into the market, we can see that lots of headlines are coming up. Market is full of so much hype. If something happened, news and everything will make it like a big hype, and it will appear like that. So it is very easy to get confused with all these news. So it's up to you. The ball is in your court. You have to figure it out. What is beneath these headlines? What is the real story behind all these news stories? So if you are seeing the charts, ask yourself who is behind the chart, how this chart is forming, how this candle is forming. So if you're seeing an upward movement, just find out the reason why the market is moving in an upward motion, or why the market is moving in a downward motion. Ask yourself and try to figure out and connect all the dots. So this will give you a clear picture. Just like in Michael Burry, the movie The Big Short, he wasn't going with the headlines. He was going through the data. He was going through each loan document one by one manually. He was reading everything. Then only he realized the real truth, the hidden truth beneath this. That is why he was able to predict the 2008 crisis 3 years ago. So always dig deeper than the headlines. Always try to read between the lines what is there, what is hidden over there. So There is also the third lesson the movie is giving us, that everyone is wrong until they are right. Yeah, that is true, right? Barry was mocked. Okay, Barry was mocked and he got really threatened and he got ignored also during that time. But he trusted his analysis. I'm not saying that, okay, don't take me wrong. If you have a gut feeling, don't go in the way. Okay, I'm talking about that if you have done a lots of analysis and if you develop a trading strategy and all, or after all this analysis, if you are having this decision, okay, go ahead with that because you knew what you're doing, right? So always, sometimes your trading plan they won't match with the market noise. You won't be able to find some equilibrium or wavelength with the market or with the crowd. But just realize that that is easy. If you're feeling a little bit different from the market or different from others, no worries. That is completely fine. Be unique. Be different. Sometimes it is okay to be different from the crowd. And always keep in mind that great traders, the successful traders, they won't follow the herd. They follow their edge. Last but not the least, the fourth lesson this movie is teaching us is that stick to your math, not to the crowd. So here, when you look into the movie, we can see that one of the most successful or the powerful scenes in the movie is about, it's not about the money, it's about emotion. Emotion is actually it is actually a very important word or a powerful word when it comes to a forex trader, because you should know, right, what are the things, how to control your emotions, how to tackle your emotions and get along with the trade. That is very important. So even while they were making millions in the movie The Big Short, they were full of anxiety. Why? Because profiting off the people's disaster doesn't feel good, right? So, as a trader, emotional control is your real superpower. If you're able to control your emotions, that's it. You are a good trader. Yeah, because you scored majority of as a good trader. Controlling the emotions is a big deal. So let me ask you this. Have you ever ruined a trading plan? Because imagine that you set up everything. You have a proper setup of a trading plan. But you just ruined everything by over leveraging or just did a revenge trade. If you ever experienced this, be honest, guys. Be honest. You can drop anything in the comment box. You can drop. Okay. Be honest. So have you ever ruined everything by not able to control your emotions and all? You can mention in the comment box. I will be reading your comments. Okay. So yes, I can see that there are so many people are agreeing to what I am saying, that be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful, by Warren Buffett. Wow, thank you, Mr. Sean, by quoting this wonderful quote by Warren Buffett. Placing small volumes makes sense. Yeah, you're correct. So Suleiman is mentioning, for me, if you're right or wrong, you should go with your plan. Yes, stick with your plan. That is right. After the war ends, then the real crisis starts. Yes, you're right. So in long term, you will be consistent if you stick with your plan. You're right. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. So yes, invest in yourself definitely. Yes, so many yeses I have seen. Okay, like very many people expected 2008 crisis, but no one dared to go against the market. Yes, that is it. That is correct. Because like you should be bold enough to make a move. Even after that, everything, right? Yes. Okay. So all right, family, thank you so much for your lovely and wonderful responses. So this isn't just a story of a guy who shorted in the market. This is actually a story about trusting your gut, doing your homework, and daring to think differently. So tonight, if you watch the movie, if you already watched the movie, rewatch the movie one more time. Those who didn't watch the movie, sorry, I can't give you the movie link, but go ahead and search. It will be available everywhere. Go ahead and watch the movie. But this time, don't watch it like a Netflix fan. Watch it like a trader with a trader mindset. Okay? Yeah. And yes, okay. So people are saying that it was a wonderful session. Thank you so much. So, if you like this breakdown, if you like this session, you can give me a thumbs up and all, and you can comment which trader or market story should I cover next. Maybe We will also go with the next time we can go with another story from Michael Burry to Warren Buffett or to Jesse Livermore. So just comment your suggestions and all. So I'll be reading your comments. So till then, so stay smart, stay weird. It is okay. Stay profitable. And yes, so I'll take a little bit more time to read your comments there. Wow. Yes, do it yourself. Great motivation. Thank you. So too many times. Wow, it is so. I'm so happy to hear that you have watched this movie multiple times. So it's like a great worth of time watching this movie. Yeah. Okay, revenge trading is my main problem. No, but don't worry. So still we have time. So go ahead and stick to your analysis and be determined, patient, and at the end, dare to make a move. Okay, yeah. So greatest dream all time, George Soros. Okay, great. Wow, that is nice. So when you talk about serious stuff, it is honestly impressive. Thank you so much, Shubha. Okay, yes. So thank you so much once again. So like I always said, what always stick with your gut feeling and be confident and be determined in your trades. Stay smart once again. Being weird is not a big deal, okay? So you can be a little bit weird. So, guys, this is Vrinda signing off from the PrimeXar Live. Thank you.